Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys spending part of your afternoon with me. The market's closed. Let's see what happened. Let's maybe start by looking at these Defiance funds. All right, so somebody noticed that the formula for the dividend estimate looked like it was stuck on 71 cents. Anyway, I checked the math and I checked it again and I found an error. And actually, that dividend estimate is actually at $1 now. That's probably why this person said something to me, because he probably knows it's supposed to be higher. In any event, don't go buy it because of that. These estimates miss sometimes. In any event, all right, well, let's see how the rest of the day turned out. But anyway, it updated right there. And we'll check the other ones too. But anyway, the big picture, we have a lot of green. All of the funds outperformed, okay, which means they were down less or up more, okay, and they were all green on the day and green on the month. Now, this USOY had a big day, but it's not really up that much because this contract has not expired yet. It doesn't expire till Wednesday. We're going to just carry this balance forward. And I'll find a way to teach the spreadsheet how to do it, or I'll find a way to put in the right expiration date on the spreadsheet, hopefully by tomorrow. Now let's look over here. I'm sorry about the error on QQQY. Now, one thing is, remember, this thing over here isn't my estimate. It's just the spreadsheet's calculation. I'll come out with the video and I might differ from that a little bit. So anyway, so that's not official. And yeah, I don't really check it every day. If it gets off a couple of days, that happens. I'm sorry. I'll try not to let it happen again. I just check it. I mean, I make sure it's right before the end of the month when I do it. So I would have caught that before the end of the month, but that is good news for triple QI holders. Okay. And my apologies. Okay. So now let's look at IWMY. And what do you want to bet the same thing happened? If anyone knows a solution for this, I've asked Corey and she gave me an idea, but her idea, I know what she's saying, but it won't work for what I want to do, for what I need. She just told me to tell it to grab extra cells, and it'll just count the ones that have something in them. And I get that, but I need this number right here. I need the ones that it grabs to be on the most current. Well, anyway, I guess I could just grab extra numbers there. Well, anyway, Corey's solution does work in that case. Okay, well, anyway, let's see what this dividend estimate would see. And this is where it gets off. This is what I need a solution for this. See this divided by T107 every day that passes. If a new calendar day happens, that needs to say T108, T109. If 3 days pass on a weekend, it needs to skip 3 numbers. Because right now that should say T115. And with my computer getting messed up, and I've been behind on my spreadsheets. Obviously, I didn't catch that, but look, that's a lot higher. Also, that's $1.15. Anyway, that's good news for you guys, and my sincere apologies. All right, I know there's an easy solution for this. Every day that passes, Corey gave me another solution where you count and to do the average. It factors in as a day passes, but I just don't know how to apply that solution to this one. Anyway, so this needs to be divided by 115. Instead, it's divided by 113. That means I haven't updated it in 2 days in that case. So that estimate's about the same, and that estimate's really low. I mean, in any event, I really do apologize about that. Let's get on to some yield max stuff. Let's talk about some fun stuff. What happened in mRNA today? Maybe they had earnings or something this week. All right. Let's just look real quick. Okay, NASDAQ, 30-minute NASDAQ, that's a 24-hour chart. I mean, that's straight grind fest. That's straight sideways on on a longer-term chart. We sold off this afternoon and then rallied into the close. I mean, it's just a grind fest in the grand scheme of things, except for this one. Oil is blowing up right now, and that is great for USOY. Now, they don't catch all of the upside, but In fact, they're capped right now. They're only capped until Wednesday. Now, I don't know if they're going to roll or if they're just going to stay capped and maybe hope it pulls back. But I'll let you know. But this fund's looking good. Let's look at these guys' dividend estimate. And I would seriously caution my other dividend estimates. I think those numbers are fairly close. On this one, I have no idea. On USOI, they've never done a dividend yet. But let's look at the one thing the sheet doesn't quite calculate like the other one, because you have a lot of days that there is nothing. So, I mean, so this ought to be row 18, but I mean, that's not going to make a huge difference. So, but I don't know. That'd be a nice dividend though. Now, the other thing is, though, if you look on the website, Defiance has said that they're paying their dividend in June. Or wait. Well, let's look real fast. USOY. This is going to be a fun one to follow, and it's non-correlated. Oil and the market are non-correlated, so it's great for diversification and a hedge. Thank you for adding intraday trades. I asked Sylvia to do it when I spoke with her, and she said she would, and they finally did today, and I really appreciate that. A couple of my subscribers mentioned it to me, and I noticed it. The good thing is I don't even have to go there anymore, because I have a spreadsheet called Trades that Corey built for me, and it just comes automatically to trades. And I was doing this last night, and I looked, and Spite had the trades automatically in it. And I was going, holy cow, I guess they got intraday trades. That's how I found out, but I never even have to mess with intraday trades anymore. It's really fun once you figure out how to make spreadsheets work for you and to do all the hard work for you. I don't know how many times I used to click back and forth before I knew the trick. All right. Well, let's look at some other stuff here. Let's check out, let's start with some, let's check out FEPI. I don't know why. I just want to check out FEPI. Okay, well, it's holding its own. Let's check out Google. Same thing, holding its own. No complaints there. We never look at MSFY. This is the Curve Microsoft Fund. Okay, well, just for fun, I put it on daily. Not a bad looking fund. Let me see if dividends are adjust. Yes, adjust data for dividends. So this is the chart that's the chart that most influencers show, the one that's not adjusted for dividends. But even that chart, even the unadjusted for dividend chart looks good. I need to do some more coverage on these curve funds. All right, I'm going to adjust it for dividends, which just means they don't take it off the chart. They just show it on the chart. They build it into the price. So yeah, when you factor in the dividends, basically it's gone from last October, it's gone from 23 to 28. And that includes the dividends. That's not dividends reinvested or anything. A lot of people get that confused and think it's dividends reinvested. I'm never talking about dividends reinvested. That's another bonus that you can get if you can get extra compounding. I'm always just talking about taking the dividends as cash and just keeping them in a bank account or something. Now, in real life, of course, I would reinvest them immediately. But for the sake of these things, when I'm saying how good of a buy these funds are, I'm not saying with dividends reinvested. If you do that, that potentially could even make it a better, buy, and you can pick up some power of compounding. I'm just talking about taking the dividends as cash. Okay, so let's look at Coinbase. Okay, so we're on the daily chart. Look at that. That's a good looking chart. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a good looking chart. How long do you guys think it'll be before we're at all-time highs? Or do you not think we're going to be at all-time highs? I want to stay here on the daily chart because it's easier to get more perspective. Let's see what Tesla looks like on a daily chart. Okay, well, That's pretty messy on a daily chart. That's pretty much totally random. That looks like a it looks like somebody just splattered paint at a canvas or something. I mean, there's, there's bars everywhere, way up here, way down here. I mean, no rhyme or reason to that pattern. Okay, now Nvidia's a different story because this is a trending asset, they're all theoretically can be trending assets, but right now Tesla is not trending, but Nvidia is. Boy, that looks good. The NASDAQ closed at an all-time high today. We'll look at the NASDAQ here in a second. Now, there's Misty or MicroStrategies. That's a little bit behind, and for some reason, Amazon's just kind of... Now, but like I was saying today, this was a bull wedge right here. This is hopefully for Amazon bulls, a bull wedge too, and when it breaks out, go up here and set a new high, go into the 200s or something, hopefully, unless this is some type of head and shoulders top. And I don't know. We won't know till after it happens. That's the problem, right? Okay, well, let's look at the buffer report. Okay, so I like this triple QI being up as much as or outperforming the index. That's awesome. Now, to be fair, it's competition. JEPQ also outperformed, or also basically came close. SPY-T doing a great job outperforming the SPY. SVOL with the rare loss on the day. SVOL doesn't lose that often, but they're down half a point today. You almost wonder when they're down half a point if they paid a dividend or something. I made a mistake or something, because these guys are never down. They're always up. They're very consistent. Anyway, SVOL is a good fund, but any fund can have down days. Look at QDTE. Wow, nice job. Now, these guys pay a dividend once a week, and I never adjust for it. So, but the computer's supposed to do it automatically for me. In any event, if that's real, if the computer did its job and adjusted for me, and that's a legit number and not the result of a dividend, that's nice. USOI is the star of the day here, up 1.37. That's awesome. I don't have any. I just have IWMY, triple QI, and JEPY. It wasn't out yet, and neither was SPY-T, or I probably would have got some. Probably if they were both out, I would have got some of each. I would have just got triple QI, SPY-T, and USOI. You don't need all three indexes probably, but it's nice to have the Russell IWMY. It gives you exposure to different parts of the economy, so it is nice to have it. All right. Well, Moderna is obviously the bad underline, the worst underline of the day. The best underline of the day is probably oil. Look, USOI, which is another fund we follow, is up. Now let's compare it to USOI. USOI is up 2.19%. Okay. Now USOY is up 1.37%. Okay. So let's think about it. Let's think if that makes sense. USOI uses a monthly strategy. USOY uses a weekly or almost daily, because it's more than weekly, bi-weekly strategy, or in any event, a nearly daily strategy, let's just say. So what does a daily strategy do? A daily strategy makes us more efficient at gathering buffer and gathering income, but also makes us more efficient at capping upside. So let's think about that. Sure enough, this fund did not get as much upside. USOY got less upside than USOI, because other people know that too. Other people have spreadsheets and are trading this and keep these prices in line. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is on a down day, we should expect USOI to outperform. A lot of buffer's good on the downside, bad on the upside. You guys know the drill. All right, but yeah, I would say QDT is probably the fund of the day, or USOY. But really, it's hard to complain about triple QI. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I'll be back either tonight or in the morning, or it'll be in the morning for sure. But I might have a late night show on tonight where we talk about profit boxes. I have some comments, that I had from you guys on some videos. Maybe I'll do a late night with Max and Jackson, rant about the comments a little bit or something like that. We haven't done one of those in a while. I don't know if you guys like that, but anyway. All right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and you guys have a great day.